Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Wednesday, July 10th, 1 a.m. Mountain Time 2019. You're looking at California still rocking after the 7.1 ripped a fissure in the earth, which can be seen by space. From space. You know what I was saying. Keep calm. It's boom time. Devastating flooding in Kearney, Nebraska after 4 inches of rain totally fluxed the region. Roads were closed and people were fluxed. They're raising money now. In Nebraska and thousands of other cities, Great Lakes, St. Clair expected to continue breaking water level records. Between July and September, all of the Great Lakes and St. Clair, as we predicted, are expected to reach or break records set as early as 1950. And several records set in 1986. Those pricks. Not only that, these are records that are the biggest ever recorded. That's when Michigan and Huron considered one body of water by the Army Corps of Engineers. St. Clair and Erie reached their highs. Superior hit its high water mark in 1985, and Ontario peaked after doing tons of shrooms in 2017. Holy macaroni. Boom! Tonight's first boom. Lake levels are rising all the way up near Canada, which is not a schmanada. They are sandbagging their arse off to save their homes and their livelihoods. I hope next year's East Netherlands records its coldest July temperature ever. Now, you didn't hear that because everyone else was burning up. But look at Russia and these areas in the purple. Totally schmurpled. In the east of Holland, rare July ground frost was measured overnight Wednesday into Thursday. An anomalous cold front replaced Europe's 3 days of heat. And that was what we were talking about in the last update, where the alarmists can show you the hot and they can completely ignore the cold node sitting right on the side of it. At former Tweeny Air Base, the temperature plunged to minus 1.6 C, 29 Fahrenheit on July 4th. What an Independence Day. Which, according to Walla Plaza Weather Agency, was a new all-time record low for the month of July, ever, east of the country. So, record low temperatures falling everywhere, like swimwear. And we'll explain to you why there's record cold and record hot during solar minimums, especially grand solar minimums, and why it's so confusing. Because if you look at the original data, the 1988 version, and what we're looking at is the 1936 spike in the 88 version, it is lower than the 2000 spike in the new version. And that's because NASA and NOAA are fraudulent creatures. Yeah, they're lying to you. They're manipulating the data, which is very clear here, coming to you from Tony Heller's Real Climate Science blog and the very real climate crisis of 1936. You've got to watch this video. It will open your eyes, and you can even share it with people that are global warming alarmists, and it may open their eyes. Because you are here. You are living the next grand solar minimum, the modern eddy minimum, and we're just dipping into it as we descended off of the second high spike of cycle 24. We called it the beginning of the grand solar minimum, which is going to continue to go down and down and down until it comes back up and we come out of this grand minima. It's anyone's guess. But we are in the grand solar minimum, and we have been dropping down for quite some time. Now, if we come back here to 1936 at the bottom of solar cycle 16 in another solar minimum, a mini grand minima, a mini subminima, a mini minima, but nonetheless a low cycle 16 looking like 24. In this bottom here in 1936 is when we saw some of the hottest recorded temperatures across North America. In fact, 85 cities were recording temperatures above 95 degrees. Dozens of cities above 100. Nothing like that has been seen today. High chance for tropical depression formation in the Gulf of Mexico. Severe thunderstorms possible Wednesday in eastern Missouri and the upper Great Lakes. Look at this heat advisory. Nothing compared to 1936 when the entire country would be under heat warning in every major city above 90 degrees. Not happening today because it's cold outside. And if you're down here in this warm area where the tropical depression is about to stick its foot up your buttocks, that's not all you have to worry about. Harmful blue-green algae has taken over the Mississippi beaches, forcing 21 to close. Do a dab and don't go swimming. Don't drink the water. Don't do it. Do not drink the water. Oh my macaroni. Oh! How do you even... Yeah. You have those extra farming days, I guess. California quake left a crack in Earth so big it can be seen from your space. That's high up. How high up are you? Who knew? I can't even scroll this down. The two massive earthquakes that rocked Southern California last week not only damaged roads and sparked fires, but also left a fissure in the earth so large it could be seen from space. So large, not only could it be seen from space, it could be seen from our YouTube channel during this podcast. Planet Labs Inc. captured before and after satellite photos on July 4th and 6th that showed that we are opening the link in a new slot here. That the rupture in the Earth's surface near the epicenter on Friday, 7.1 magnitude quake, which was 11 miles northeast of Ridgecrest, Cali. The photos were shared by Twitter and Will Marshall, CEO of the San Francisco-based Earth Imaging Company, to totally bolster their bottom line and to pick up extra dollars. Not only that, they're probably selling it as proprietary shit and will get demonetized by showing you this picture. Here's the day before and here's the day after where you can clearly see the rupture, the fissure, the crack in the world. There was a movie in 1954 called that, and it was amazing. If you know what I'm talking about, please comment below. The Ridgecrest earthquake before July 4th and after July 6th, showing a massive rupture across the land, crack in the world. The crack, which stretches through the Mojave Desert and across the highway, has become somewhat of a local attraction. The San Francisco Chronicle reported. The rupture was initially about 2 inches wide and eventually became deep enough for brave spectators to reach their limbs inside of. And Diamond hopes that another small rupture will cause their limbs to be smashed and removed from their body. I didn't say that. I don't mean that. It's just a show, man. This is like a comedy channel, all right? So get over it. I'm not mean, and I don't want people to die or get hurt. But they will, and we know it. And we'll report on it. With glee. Seismic update, no quakes of note. Except Hawaii is jiggling, and California won't stop quiggling. The Aleutians doing their thing, 5.4, Nikolitsky, Alaska. It's boom time. We're waiting. It may happen any hour now. Supervolcano fears big one is coming. This is coming out from Fox News. California's uncanny earthquake pause is over. It should have already had several big ones by now, but we're still in a deficit and we're waiting. U.S. Geological Survey has warned Southern California to expect more big earthquakes to come. Some, they say, may even be more powerful than those experienced in the recent days that we've seen. Yes. You're in a deficit on the San Andreas. Not only that, the Cascadia rupture zone. So keep calm. It's rupturing soon. And you are here. And there are fears. And there are fear mongers. Seismic update. No volcanoes of note, except Krakatoa, which is about to blow up. It's been puffing today to 9,000 feet and 27,000 feet coming out of Reventador and who else? Sabancay and Popo puffing up there to 5 miles. Holy. But we're just waiting for the big puff to crack the surface. Stop building a spaceship to Mars and just plant some trees, you pricks. Researchers found that there's room for 900 million hectares of canopy to be planted. And the IPC says we're all going to die because we need to plant 1 billion hectares and it'll never happen. Yet we have 1 billion hectares to plant. And not only that, this is a fearmonger rag called Mother Jones, which says we're all burning up. And not only that, they followed up this July 4th piece of crap with this one. The end of the world as they know it. And they're talking about climate scientists. Now, you guys know a really cool one who smokes cigarettes in a barn and does updates every other day. We used to do them daily, but we got demonetized. And I also did a lot of mushrooms and realized that I only had to do these every other day. So that's, I may do some more shrooms and probably do these every 3 days. But that's just how the shamans work. They guide us. Now, according to this article, according to the rag, Mother Jones, the distinct burden of being a climate scientist is knowing that the world is about to end as we burn up. Yeah, the coral reefs are bleached, and there's a climate scientist posing. Isn't she gorgeous? While Americans feel an increasing alarm about climate change, according to the survey conducted by the Yale Program on Climate Change Communication, scientists have been coping with this troubling data for decades. I mean, we're dying from the stress. And the grinding emotional effects from that research are another cost of global warming that the public has yet to fully confront. I hope you're confronting it right now. Are you confronting it? It's confrontational. Saturn and its rings will be visible tonight. Here's when and where to watch. Now! And look up. But that's not why this is important. The planet will be in opposition, which is the point at which the orbit comes closest to Earth and triggers the largest earthquakes, which are about to potentially move the planet in ways that it has not moved before. Confirmed geomagnetic reversals can trigger glaciation. I just published a video over on our other channel over there. Maybe it's over there. Magnetic reversal news, bombshell press release from Kobe University, which we covered, and we totally smothered it. And if you want to know where it is, you just come down here to the bottom of Robert Felix's blog, and you can just click on it, and you'll get the article. Right here. Yeah. I'm showing you how to use the computer. Intensified East Asian winter monsoons during the last geomagnetic reversal transition. Now, they don't mention glaciation or ice ages or spontaneous or instantaneous or any of that. But if you look at their data, you see an instantaneous, spontaneous sea level drop right here. Boom. At the beginning of the Mahatma Brooms magnetic reversal 780,000 years ago. You see extreme cooling of the planet for the entire period of the transition and a rapid warming of epic, catastrophic proportions right at the polarity reversal mark. Which means magnetic reversals result in cosmic catastrophe in the form of planetary catastrophe of climatic proportions, which is real global warming, which has nothing to do with you and everything to do with the magnetic reversal. But I digress. Come check it out on our new channel, Magnetic Reversal News, where we almost have 8,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, because you're that lazy, please do it now. And watch the video. Confirmed geomagnetic reversals can trigger blah, blah, blah. 5 minutes and 4 seconds. The best 5 minutes that you could spend for free if you didn't go to college. Yeah, that's a boom. That's like a knowledge boom of free college. And I'm about to do another video on the ancient Northland Code tree that reveals secrets of Earth's polar reversal. Now this fucking tree, that one right there, is huge and it's old. Yeah. The team of international scientists believe they have found answers to the mysteries of Earth's last polar reversal. Only that was 780,000 years ago. But there was a magnetic excursion that occurred during the life of this tree, which is 20 meters long and 9 feet wide and old as shit. In fact, it's about 40,000 years old. Carbon dating has confirmed the Quake tree was 41,000 to 42,005 years ago when it was alive, making it the oldest tree ever found. Not only that, it was around, look at how I can do this in my hands, during a magnetic excursion, which we can just come over here and go to Ice Age now and get you that magnetic excursion reversal chart. There it is, like swimwear. So we're talking about the Landshamp magnetic excursion. This tree was alive during the Landshamp. Good times back then. The Nagawaki Cody is the unique in the world. I don't even know what I just said. University of Waikato, a professor of Alan Hogg, the director of the Waikato radiocarbon dating set. During the 1,500-year lifespan of this tree, shit hit the fan and the climate changed. Had nothing to do with you or carbon dioxide or any of that tax shit, or that picture of Aurora. But what happened was amazing. And as they delve into the rings and the pieces of this tree, they are going to uncover the history. Yes. In this thing of the Landshamp magnetic excursion. So we're going to be looking in the years to come, if the grid doesn't fail before then and everything is still online. Yeah, Walmart's still open. We will hopefully get some papers on the Landshamp magnetic reversal to know how bad your life will actually be. Not only that, I'm going to supply you with the Blake geomagnetic excursion recorded in a radiometrically dated speleothem. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it means that there was a cave formation that slowly, gradually, and very specifically recorded all of the events of the Blake geomagnetic excursion. Now, the Blake includes many motions, but I digress. The Blake was 100,000 years ago, and the Biwa includes many excursions over the last 400,000 years. All of these excursions lead to extinction events, including the Landshamp, which that tree recorded. And the Landshamp then recorded the actual extinction of Neanderthal. So, papers coming out will be that this tree that they just found actually recorded the climatic shifts and the cosmogenic environment that killed off Neanderthal. I can't wait to see what these tree rings reveal, because it's going to be amazing, because we already know the Neanderthals were extinct during the Landshamp because of cosmic ray flux, magnetic reversal, i.e. excursion, whatever you want to call it. And we now found a tree that was alive when these guys with big chins that looked like this and freaked us all out, Cro-Magnon much, they all died out. It was like, bye-bye. Holy mackerel, I just erased the most important piece of the puzzle. Let's get back to it. Getting back to the piece of the puzzle. That's good stuff, man, right there. Yep. Okay, it's loading now. I should have never erased this, but you all know how to keep calm. Guys, it's been a long day. Every day is a long day. And my friend David Dubine over at Adapt 2030 Bill Porter and his son, have published this ebook, Climate Revolution. If you're looking for a way to prepare, there's two key ways. The first one is to watch our channel, subscribe, share this with like-minded people. The second one is to get this book, Climate Revolution. It is a literal synopsis in less than 300 pages with thousands of links to topical information with specificity unseen in a book. You can't get a hard copy of this book because it links to thousands of more pages of information that you're seeking. If you want to know how to grow food, if you want to know information about how to watch the sun or what's happening with our weather or historical information or all the things we talk about on our channels about mythology, grand solar minimums, the science behind it, cosmic ray flux, Sven's mark, growing food, what happens during grand solar minimums, why you have to eat your neighbor, and so on. Get the book. There is no other alternative. There is no other comparison to The Climate Revolution by David Dubine. And if you've never met the man, he's gigantic. He is Anunnaki. That's all I'll say. Now, as the PDF loads, that was already loaded and probably was slowing us down the whole time, we're going to learn some more. But I just want to bring you back to reality. Is this really what happened? I mean, this is the story that I was told, and this is the story now that is GIFified. Boom! No more dinosaurs. Yes. Or, according to my research, something more regular is at afoot. There has been a signal, a very prevalent one, every 100,000 and 25,000 years thereafter, and so on and so forth. There has been a signal that has been time immemorial on the earth. It has been driving glaciation and sea level change. And at one point I thought it was the Milankovitch hierarchy of orbital dynamics based on Newtonian physics and other bullshit that's, you know what I'm saying. And then you have this story from the mainstream, you know? Cambrian explosion, dinosaurs, big rock hits the earth, blah, 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 Jesus comes, and the Noah and the flood, and it just doesn't make sense. So if you want to start making sense, check out this chapter that I've just GIFed you. Actually, I PDF'd you. I stuck the PDF right in your links. Right below. I stuck it right in your below. Show more. Probably one of the most comprehensive chapters from a graduate level textbook coming out of the work of J.E.T. Chanel, University of Florida, Gainesville. And some French shit. Some French lab up there in the corner over there. Anyway, you can learn about some of the most recent geomagnetic excursions in your lifetime, the Landchamp, the Mono Lake, the Blake, the Iceland, the Pringle Falls, and so on and so forth. Back to the Bruns 780,000 year ago polarity reversal. But since then, we've had 50 magnetic excursions, probably 550, to be quite honest with you. And they cause extinction level events, rapid climatic shifts. And not only that, when our magnetosphere is at a minimum and you live in an electric world with technology, that shit goes bye-bye. Bye-bye. So you start preparing now. Preparewiththeranch.com. Preparewiththeranch.com to link yourself right up to my Patriot Supply and get the best deals via our channel. Or buy The Climate Revolution. Link below. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance when your children are being taught a fairy tale. Hope you got something out of the video. Times are changing. The time is now to start preparing to survive and thrive in the coming times. Buy some crypto. Hedge your bets. Use the money when it explodes to buy your preps. I can't say enough. Thank you to all of our Patreons, our one-time donors, the people that come out here and keep my ass in line. Thank you, Top Knot. We love you. Be safe, everyone.